Engagement and relational database management systems not only scale differently, they handle data differently as well, even though engagement systems still have all the query power you need, and more. Relational and engagement databases take fundamentally different approaches to modeling data. So, how well does each work for modern applications, which commonly mash up data from different and rapidly evolving systems? Relational database management systems use rigid, carefully planned and enforced data schema and offer SQL to get their highly structured data back out. Now, by contrast, engagement systems store data flexibly, with potentially a different structure for every document, although in practice you have maybe hundreds of thousands or millions of a given document shape until you evolve it. But regardless, Nickel, which is a superset of SQL or SQL, which is designed to access JSON data specifically, provides robust query capabilities, while Couchbase Server delivers schema introspection based on the document patterns in actual use. This difference in how data is structured is significant. Relational systems reduce data to 2 dimensions. Then these flat tables are joined in memory on demand to assemble data back into the shape that's actually needed by the application. Now, the idea of flat 2-dimensional storage and reassembly in memory made good sense back when storage was expensive and networking was primitive. But why go to all that effort to continually reassemble your data? When using JSON, multi-dimensional data, shaped the same way you need it for your code, is easily stored and retrieved, and easily mapped to objects using any of dozens of open-source libraries. Relational systems also focus on data normalization, resolutely eliminating redundant data to reduce the total storage footprint. This is how we get the classic relational table designs. Modernly, though, many developers are denormalizing their data for faster read speeds and easier use in code. Document-focused database systems are optimized for this approach. And both approaches have benefits. With normalized data, tables are compact, and ad hoc querying is emphasized. With denormalized data, memory-intensive joins are minimized, and coding is simplified. Although with Couchbase, you still have Nickel to support your ad hoc queries. Now, each approach has its strengths. Relational systems are good for ad hoc queries and reports. Their firmly defined schema provide predictability and control. Transactional controls ensure ACID compliance for all operations. Many relational systems are delivered through vendor-supported proprietary code with no obligation to participate in improving the project. And relational systems rely on big chunks of premium quality hardware, reducing the risk of individual hardware failure. Now, on the other hand, an engagement-focused database simplifies your code by storing data in the shape you actually need. Data models can evolve rapidly as your code. You get consistent, elastically distributed data. You also get code that's supported by both a vendor and an open source community, avoiding lock-in. And the commodity hardware or virtual containers used in your cluster remove the risk of system-wide failure. But does that mean you lose queries and reports? Well, most NoSQL systems offer limited support for ad hoc queries and often using custom idiosyncratic APIs. As a result, data manipulation ends up baked into your client code using those vendor-specific APIs. Couchbase is different, though. Couchbase provides Nickel, which you can easily consider SQL for JSON. If you know SQL, you already pretty much know Nickel. We've got a whole course on it here online to get you started. It's Nickel for SQL people. What about full-text search, though? Most NoSQL systems require external support for full-text search. You have to pump your data across the network to some different system, search it, and then link or re-import the results. With Couchbase, though, full-text search is available directly in the system, with in-memory inverted indexing, relevance-based results, tokenization, stemming, faceting, and more. This is all part of why Couchbase is an engagement database management system, not just another NoSQL database. So what have we learned here? Well, your software these days may evolve more quickly than your rigid table schema may allow. It's common now to store denormalized data in tables. Objects are easily serialized into JSON. A relational database management system remains useful for its core use cases. Engaged database management systems, though, deliver compelling strengths for many others. Couchbase 5.x supports NCL, SQL, queries, and full-text search. In our next lesson, we're going to survey a set of use cases where Couchbase has been put to work by our customers. You may find these useful to prompt your own creativity towards applying these new concepts to your own circumstances to determine if Couchbase may help you too. Stick around.